गुड मॉर्निंग चिल्ड्रन। आज मैं तुम लोगों के लिए एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक एक्सप्लेन करने जा रही हूँ, सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी। वैसे तो ये क्लास 10th के सिलेबस का है, लेकिन ये इतना इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है कि इसे हम सब एंजॉय करेंगे। पहले हम लोग कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट्स के थ्रू इस सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी को एक्चुअली फील करेंगे और उसके बाद उसकी थ्योरी, उसके एक्सप्लेनेशन में डिटेल में जाएंगे। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं अपने पहले एक्सपेरिमेंट के साथ। आप लोग सबसे पहले ध्यान से इस स्केल के मूवमेंट को देखिए। दिस स्केल इज बैलेंस्ड एट अ स्पेसिफिक पॉइंट, and if it is oscillating, then it is oscillating equally about this specific point, and that too because of fan. This scale will not be balanced at any other point. Shall we try? इसको हम किसी और पॉइंट पर बैलेंस करने की कोशिश करते हैं, but it will not. It will be balanced only. किसी और पॉइंट पे देखें, बैलेंस नहीं होगी बेटा। ये क्योंकि यूनिफॉर्म स्केल है, इसकी डेंसिटी यूनिफॉर्म है, सो इट विल बी बैलेंस्ड एट इट्स मिड पॉइंट, एट इट्स सेंटर पॉइंट ओनली, as it is a 50 centimeter scale. So it will be balanced almost at its 25 centimeter mark, right? And balancing process, after completing the balancing process, we come to know that the point where it is balanced, that point is known with a specific name. Do you know it? Yes, you guessed it right. Its center of gravity. How do we know that this point is center of gravity? Well, थोड़ा सा explanation required है, तो इसको हमें अभी यहाँ से हटाना होगा, because we want to know about the center of gravity. In the chapter when I explained you torque, actually I explained you little bit about center of gravity. But still, this is the scale, right? Every point of the scale is pulled by the gravity down. Agreed? This scale can be taken as made of number of particles, and every particle is pulled by the gravity down, and all these forces are having their resultant at one point. And this resultant, we say that the whole scale actually acts at this point. The whole scale is actually at this point. Or I can say that weight of whole scale, the pull of gravity, the resultant pull of gravity acts at this point, and this point we call it as center of gravity. Now how do we come to know that this is center of gravity? Because when I suspended freely this scale with help of a thread, have you seen that the scale is balanced at this point? And how come it balanced? The weight is pulling the scale down, and the tension is holding the weight of the scale. Tension of the thread with which I suspended that scale with the vertical stand. So since tension is exactly balancing the weight, that is why we say that this point should be that point where the weight of the whole scale is acting, and the point where the weight of the whole scale is acting, we define that point as center of gravity. So this is first introduction of center of gravity, that okay, where the any object is balanced completely at the point of balance, on the line where the point is the object is balanced, on that vertical line the center of gravity must lie, since the scale is a thin piece of wood. So the point where it is balanced, that point itself is center of gravity. The second point which I want to make you highlight, and that is, we can shift the center of gravity. तुमको लग रहा होगा ऐसा होता है क्या? तो चलो पहले इसको ध्यान से आप देखो कि ये वो पॉइंट है जहाँ पर स्केल बैलेंस है, और अब हम एक वेट इसके किसी एक साइड से सस्पेंड कर देते हैं. अब क्या होगा? स्केल बैलेंस नहीं रह जाएगी, है ना? पर क्या किसी और पॉइंट पर स्केल बैलेंस हो सकती है? ढूंढे वो पॉइंट. अरे ये तो बैलेंस हो गई, लेकिन क्या ये वही बैलेंस हुई जहां अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बैलेंस हुई थी? नहीं, ये पहले बैलेंस हुई थी 25 सेंटीमीटर मार्क पे, और अब ये थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट शिफ्ट हो गई है. लेफ्ट शिफ्ट होने का मतलब क्या है? हमने लेफ्ट पे वेट बढ़ा दिया, तो अब इस स्केल और इस वेट को हम क्या कहेंगे? सिस्टम. और सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी ऑफ स्केल वेट सिस्टम is not at 25, it is shifted towards the weight suspended. तो क्या पता चला सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी के नेचर के बारे में? That center of gravity shifts towards the heavier part of the body. बात समझ आ रही है? क्या मुझे इस पर थोड़ा सा वेट और लटका के देखना चाहिए कि सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी का क्या होता है? तो चलो एक और छोटा सा वेट लेकर आते हैं. Can you see that I have suspended one more weight? Now two weights are suspended with the scale, and I want to show you beta that now the balancing point has shifted more towards the left. In the previous example, since this weight was quite light, it was 10 gram weight, so the shift was very small. So maybe you are not confirmed that center of gravity has shifted or not, but when no weight was suspended, center of gravity was in the midpoint, at the midpoint of the scale, and now 30 gram weight is suspended, and you can easily observe that more than half part of the scale is there. So actually the center of gravity is visible, that it has been shifted towards the heavier part of the system. So we got two informations, two interesting facts, that the point where this object is balanced, where the whole gravity acts That point is called center of gravity of the body, and center of gravity shifts towards the heavier part of the body. Now I want to show you a third experiment in which we will find center of gravity of a lamina. So are we ready? You note down the diagrams made on the board. I'm shifting the apparatus and you note down the diagram and the explanation made on the board, and then we move to the next experiment. Now this is a lamina, and I suspended this lamina with a point freely. It is suspended freely. It is not touching the arrangement anywhere, right? And it is suspended freely, and now I'll use a plumb line. What is a plumb line, beta? Plumb line is a heavy object suspended with help of a thread. Plumb line is a heavy object suspended with help of a thread. So I used the heavy brass bob as the heavy object, and I suspend it freely with the vertical stand. Right? Now is it visible to you? This plumb line is passing through the point of suspension, and this plumb line actually gives us the perfect vertical direction. And that perfect vertical direction we will draw with help of a pen or a chalk. Can you see this experiment? I draw the vertical line which is passing through point of suspension, and I think all of you can see the blue vertical line which is exactly along the plumb line. Now I will shift this point of suspension from A to C. Let me have this plumb line aside, and I suspend this with the point B, this lamina freely with the point B. And again I will use this plumb line to draw the vertical line. And this vertical line I will draw it with help of the plumb line, the vertical direction actually. Can you see this blue line, bacha? And now I will suspend this lamina with the third point, and again I will draw this vertical line. This is point C. Actually, the point of intersection is the point where the center of gravity of this object lie, but I'll take the third line also to confirm the point, and you can see that the B line from B is crossing from this point, and line from C is also crossing the same point. So now we have this point where the three vertical lines, we call them plumb line. Three vertical lines cross, and this is center of gravity. This is method how we find center of gravity of a given object, no matter whether it is of definite shape or it is of any random shape. But the point of intersection of 1, 2 and 3 plumb lines is center of gravity of this lamina. So note down the experiment, and we will have the whole experiment properly explained you in my notes, which we will discuss after all these experiments. So right now you note down the diagram. I think you can in a easy way you can note down the diagram and the steps we have done. And children, if this point is center of gravity, then I can balance this point on my finger, and I can balance this lamina on my finger, just placing my fingers at the center of gravity. Can you see this? I hope that it is visible to you. So now we move to the next experiment, and you keep on writing the important points written on the board. So we have the lamina in the diagram on the board, and we have the 3 plumb lines drawn on the lamina, and the center of gravity is shown as the intersection point of the lamina, the plumb lines. So let us move to the next experiment. Now children, we have to be very observant. I am having a cone here, right? And I'll try to balance this cone at this surface. No, it is not balanced. But if I place this cone along this surface, it is balanced perfectly, and if you want to disbalance it, it is still balanced. आप कहोगे कि ये तो कॉमन सेंस है, पर ये कॉमन सेंस नहीं है. कॉमन सेंस है ये सोचना कि ऐसा क्यों है. ऐसा इसलिए है क्योंकि जो प्लम्ब लाइन अभी हम लोगों ने ड्रॉ की, दिस वन, कैन यू सी दैट द सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी lies just below the point of suspension. Getting this point? Have you noticed that center of gravity lies just below the point of suspension? We call it plumb line or vertical line passing through center of gravity. Now take this vertical line passing through center of gravity and now use that concept here. When we place the cone in this orientation, the vertical line passing through center of gravity. Now just looking at the material distribution, we can imagine that center of gravity of the cone lies here. And in the next topic we will study also that center of gravity of the cone, if it is hollow, then it lies at h by 3. H by 3. This is h by 3 height from the base. And if it is solid, then it lies at h by 4 from the base. So center of gravity of the cone in this case lies at this point, and this vertical line passing through center of gravity is not passing through the base. It is out of the base. Getting this point? Here, two forces are acting. One force is the gravitational force, and the other force is normal reaction force. You very well know it. The normal reaction force is perpendicular to the surface which is in contact with the plane surface of this table. Now can you see that normal reaction force is actually creating a torque which topples it down. If I take any point, for example, if I take this scale, then this normal reaction force has tendency to topple the cone down clockwise. That is why if the vertical line passing through the center of gravity is not passing through the base, then that object never remains stable in equilibrium, because the normal reaction force produces a torque which topples down the object. But in this case, just observe the center of gravity and the vertical line passing through center of gravity. The center of gravity must be lying somewhere at this point, right? Vertical line passing through center of gravity is passing through the base of the cone also, and the normal reaction is also passing through the same point. So both the forces are passing through the center of gravity, and normal reaction force is not able to topple the object, because torque is force multiplied by perpendicular distance from the point of rotation. And always remember, if any object is free to rotate under the influence of a torque, then it has tendency to rotate about center of gravity. And when both the forces are passing through center of gravity, then that object is stable, it's perfectly stable. Clear? But I can surprise you by placing the clay at the base. I'll place some clay at the base, and you will be surprised that the cone which is not balanced at this point at the surface is finally balanced. Let me place some clay at the base and make it settle down at the bottom. And I'll ensure that this clay is not touching the table, so that we don't get this impression that the clay is sticking with the table and making this object in equilibrium. So I'll show you that clay is away from the bottom. Now you can see that the clay is not touching the edges of the bottom. And now we will place it at the table. See what happened? The cone is perfectly balanced. Can you answer why? Because we made the base heavy. we made the base heavy and we shifted the center of gravity, which was somewhere at this point, down. And just look at the picture. What happens when center of gravity comes down? Center of gravity, if it shifts from this point to this point, I shall use some other color, maybe white. Center of gravity, if it shifts from this point to this point, actually the whole clay is here, this cone is hollow, so actually the center of gravity has shifted quite low. And now if you draw the vertical line passing through center of gravity, can you see that it is now shifted inside the base? And actually both normal reaction force and center of gravity, vertical line passing through center of gravity or line of action of base, are actually so close, very close. They are close. It's not very balanced. If you disturb it, it will get disturbed. But still, since the torque or the turning effect of normal reaction is almost negligible now, so now it is balanced. This is something which is interesting about center of gravity, which makes this topic so interesting and adventurous. The same way, I'll take another example, and can you relate this example? Can you relate it with some building? Think about it. Yes? Can you actually visualize that this cylindrical shape object is little tilted? It is just like the Pisa Minar, no? And it is balanced. But if I put a building, a load over it, it is disbalanced. Why? With the same reason. Right now, the vertical line passing through the center of gravity is passing through its base. But if you put some more weight over it, then vertical center of gravity rises up, and vertical line passing through the center of gravity is out of the base, and the building is no more in equilibrium. But again, if I use the same trick, that I fill some clay and I make the base heavy, then this building will be stable. And do you know, this is something what they are doing with the Pisa Minar? They are filling in the base of that building heavy metal and making it the center of gravity low and low to protect that building. So I am showing you that yes, here also it works. You make the base heavy and it works. And now we will put this clay at the base of this. You see it? It is not balanced if I put some weight over this. But if I fill the base with this clay, and again I'll ensure that this clay is not touching the edge. It is not sticked with the table, and then if I put this, it is balanced. You make the center of gravity low and the building is balanced. Now I want to show you a very interesting example and the last experiment. And this is this beautiful bird I made with help of 3 sticks, and it is balanced at the tip of the toothpick. The 2 sticks are the legs of the bird. I made them heavy with help of clay. And now if I place this bird at the toothpick, at the tip of the toothpick, and I place it anywhere on the bottle, it is balanced. And not only this, if I try to disbalance it, it is perfectly stable. It is not getting disbalanced by the external force. I can balance it on my fingertip. And I can shake it. I can shake it. Can you see it is balanced? It is very well balanced. And this whole miracle is of center of gravity. I would like to show you that it is actually balanced on the toothpick, tip of the toothpick. Is it visible to you? It is actually balanced on the tip of the toothpick. See, I am again placing it on the fingertip, and now I can shake it, but it is so balanced. And just because the center of gravity of this system is quite low and below the point of suspension, below the point of support. So actually what happens, and you can also try it at home, I have used 3 sticks, you can see, and I place them with help of the rubber which we use to eraser, it's actually eraser, and a toothpick is placed here, and then this beautiful scientific model is ready, and I am shaking it violently and it is stable. Can you see? इसको गिराने के लिए मुझे इसको नीचे ही फेंकना पड़ेगा, इतना बैलेंस है ये. तो सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी actually is point of miracle. I think now you agree with me that center of gravity is a point which actually creates miracles. तो चलो समझते हैं कि अब ये इतना बैलेंस्ड क्यों है. I shall keep it here. Just look at the model. This heavy weight shifts the center of gravity quite low. Clear? If you want to displace it, the center of gravity of the system, which is low right now, rises up. अगर मैं इसको गिराने की कोशिश करूं तो जो सिस्टम की सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी है वो इस पोजीशन से ऊपर उठ जाती है. लेकिन यूनिवर्स में हर सिस्टम लोएस्ट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी में रहना चाहता है, लोएस्ट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी स्टेट में रहना चाहता है. सो दिस सिस्टम ऑल्सो वॉन्ट्स टू बी एट इट्स लोएस्ट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी स्टेट. लेकिन अगर इसकी पोटेंशियल सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी ऊपर जाएगी तो इसकी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, जो तुम लोग आगे पढ़ोगे, वो बढ़ेगी. और जब पोटेंशियल एनर्जी बढ़ेगी तो ये सिस्टम उस ओरिएंटेशन को एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा. ये वापस उस सिस्टम में, अगर मैं इसको नीचे की ओर गिराने की कोशिश करूं, तुम ध्यान से देखो, अगर मैं इसको नीचे गिराने की कोशिश करूं ना, तो ये वापस ऊपर उठाता है. क्यों? क्योंकि ये अपनी उसी लोएस्ट सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी स्टेट में, जो कि अभी है, इसमें रहना चाहता है. तो अगर आप इसको डिस्प्लेस करो तो सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी ऊपर उठती है और ये उसको डिस्कार्ड कर देता है और वापस अपनी उसी एनर्जी स्टेट में, लोएस्ट एनर्जी स्टेट में आ जाता है. सेम रीज़न यहाँ भी है. गिरने का रीज़न यहाँ पर वही है. अगर आप इस कोन को डिस्प्लेस करो, आप इस कोन को डिस्प्लेस करो, क्या इसकी सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी h/3 पर है? यहाँ पर इसकी सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी जो इस समय है, इस समय इसकी सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी नीचे आई कि ऊपर गई? इसकी सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी इस पोजीशन से नीचे आई. और सिस्टम क्या चाहता है कि सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी लोएस्ट रहे. तो सिस्टम उस ओर बढ़ जाता है जिधर सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी नीचे जा रही है. एंड फाइनली इट सेटल्स डाउन एट दिस पोजीशन व्हेन द सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी इज लोएस्ट. गेटिंग दिस एक्सप्लेनेशन? तो चलो अब हम लोग इसको ढंग से पढ़ते हैं. डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स की सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी कहाँ होती है, सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी को कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं, कैसे ट्रू फॉल्स में बोर्ड में डिफरेंट स्टेटमेंट्स पूछ सकते हैं और आपको कंफ्यूज कर सकते हैं, किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस बोर्ड में आपको इस टॉपिक से पूछे जा सकते हैं क्लास 10th के लिए, वो सब डिस्कस करेंगे अब. क्योंकि अब हम एक्सपेरिमेंट के थ्रू सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी का अच्छा इंट्रोडक्शन पा चुके हैं. तो अब हमको उस मटेरियल, उस कंटेंट को समझना है जिससे हमको कैसे आंसर लिखना है वो समझ में आए. सो चिल्ड्रन, जस्ट कीप ऑन ऑब्जर्विंग दिस मॉडल, दिस सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी hummingbird, and note down these important points, especially the diagrams, which you will not get easily in any book. And then we move to the explanation part of this topic.